My name is Michael East. I'm the Managing Director of the Eastcastle Management Group. I have been asked many times what challenges the industry face at the present time, and they're obvious, consumer spend issues, all of that side. And they will come and go and we'll all look after them. The biggest single challenge for me is one I think John McEwan raised in his interview with you, and that is that the government is now much more important in what we do, particularly on the domestic side, but in all sorts of APD and the rest. And we talk about ourselves as though we're a single industry approaching the government, and we're not a single industry. The hotel sector is quite different in its needs and wants from the aviation sector, which is quite different, even though it trades with it, with the holiday sector. And so we're not a single industry approaching the government. We are very, very often in dispute with each other, with each other's bits. But getting them together with the government, because there is so much that can be done better at that level for the industry overall, I think is one of the great challenges. And ABTA have done some good work in this area, but a lot more must be done. And if I can add one more challenge, which is that so many of our businesses are owned by individuals or groups of individuals who've got a time plan in mind to leave, to sell, to get out. And certainly in the 2000s, that was relatively easy to do. That's going to be a much harder thing to do over the next 2 to 3 years because, as I said earlier, many of the businesses think they're worth a lot more than they are, and probably they are worth more, but they're not going to get those prices over the next 2 or 3 years. And we had one instance last year when we had a really good price for a business we were selling, and the owner said, but if I invest that money, I'll make less from the investment than I make by sitting in my office doing nothing. So that's a big challenge for a lot of really good people who are looking to get out, and there are lots in the business now, I think, who would have liked to have got out in the last 2 or 3 years and are just sitting there waiting and waiting. And that could be a challenge for those businesses as well if the drive isn't there.